If you're a business owner thinking about marketing on social media, here's the one thing that the videographers and marketers don't want you to know. Look, let me ask you something. If you're spending 2 to 5K a month on marketing, do you want your videographers coming like this, or do you want them coming in like this? Now that you chose which one you want, let me tell you why it really doesn't matter. And I know, and let me guess, you were thinking, if I'm gonna spend that much money, you better come looking like this with all your equipment, making my content a social media, making my content a commercial, making it look high quality, cinematic, blah, 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 when you couldn't be any more wrong. They will not tell you that filming on your phone is good for your content, because they think if I'm gonna charge you 2 to 5K, if I show up with all my equipment, you're gonna feel like you get your money's worth. But in reality, you're paying for results, not how good the video looks. Now here's another way to think about it. You probably eat hot dogs, swallow it whole. Do you want to know how the hot dog's made? Or when you do find out, you just want to ignore, like, whatever, it tastes good, I don't really care how it's made. It's the same thing. The hot dog is the results. I know that was bad, but just bear with me. Now, here's where it comes down to though. What are the results that you want to get with marketing? Do you want to get quality leads? Do you want to get more followers? Do you want to get more traffic going to your website? Wherever you want to funnel them, this is where it matters. If you're getting the qualified leads, the followers, the traffic, and the organic reach, whether it was filmed on an iPhone or filmed on an expensive camera, it doesn't matter, because what? It's bringing the results. Because because you guys are getting the results, whatever the end goal is, and you get there, it doesn't matter. You have to understand that cinematic doesn't mean you're gonna convert, or that's the only way. You're probably seeing your competitors doing cinematic because they're the first ones to do it, but I promise you that you looking at them like, I need to do that, isn't the only way. That's not the answer. Here's a video that was shot on iPhone that we ran as an ad that brought 20 qualifying leads. It's probably more by the time you watch this, and this actually converted into money from an organic video like this shot on iPhone. Here's other cinematic videos that do its job and purpose, that gets you what you want, and people like it and people enjoy it. If you haven't subscribed now, please subscribe or follow me on my Instagram, Andrew H. Rodriguez. I pretty much make our educational videos and funny trends and blah, blah, blah. So hopefully you can follow. Now, I know I asked out of context, so let's give you some examples. Cinematic will be perfect if you are filming any content for your website, safety training videos or any training videos in general, onboarding videos where you're onboarding new employees, or any kind of recruitment videos, and sometimes social media. I wouldn't recommend cinematic for social media, but we can go more in details, and to be honest, it's all subjective, so take it with a grain of salt what I'm saying. When it comes to marketing your business on social media, this is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with average Joes. This is not to offend anybody that's average or whose name is Joe. Cinematic, slow-mo, color grade, transitions. The average Joe isn't looking at any of this stuff to make a decision on, am I going to buy because it's this? They have no idea what any of this is, just like you don't. That's why you're paying someone else to do it. But the videographer has that mindset where I need to make it look like this. And sometimes they come from a background where they grew up like making cinematic content, so that's all they know. And no offense to them, but this is all they know. Make it look cinematic, badass. You're gonna hear about this. It's gonna be badass, cinematic, and it's gonna take their breath away. Here's what I want you guys to take away from this. Whether it's filmed on an iPhone or an expensive camera, as long as the messaging is strong in the ad or organic content, you will always get results. It has nothing to do with if it's filmed on any of those. Because if the messaging sucks, then you're not gonna get the results. Whether you filmed it on an expensive camera and it looks like a commercial, if the messaging sucks, you will not get the results. If the iPhone looks organic and it's getting whatever the goal is, if the messaging is not good, you will not get the results. That's why the results at the end of the day is what matters. Here's the hot dog. Let me make because I know you like it by itself with no bread. So at the end of the day, you want the results. You don't want to know how it's made or care how it's made, as long as they bring results. If you're at the point in the business where you want to know everything and you want to micromanage, you will slowly learn that you will push the creatives away and they're not going to want to work with you anymore because you're so focused on this. This is where handing it over to someone else to manage this comes in, because if you're trying to do it yourself because you can't afford this, so you're hoping and praying, I'm going to give you my last 5k and hopefully I get results, you will be micromanaging every single thing up here, which is going to not give you the results that you want. But this is where the trust and the expertise come in, because if you're making enough money, you already trust that the sales team can handle all this stuff. At the end of the day, it's all subjective, but I know from personal experience and trying both cinematic with expensive cameras and on my iPhone, shot on my iPhone, as long as the messaging is good, you will always get the results. Look, if you like this video, please subscribe. I am trying this whole thing on YouTube, and if you had questions on what kind of services I provide, there's a calendar link below. You can book a phone call with me and then we can get started on seeing what the next steps for your business is on social media and see how we can bring you high quality leads, qualifying leads, I guess. Talk to you guys soon, and yeah.